Hi children, good morning to all. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good. So welcome to another session children. So in the previous session we started about the classification of Animalia. In that we started invertebrates. Organisms which doesn't have a vertebral column are called as invertebrates or non-chordates. In that already we studied about Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematyhelminthes. So let us continue the invertebrate session. The next phylum is Annelida. So here you can see the segmented worms. Segmented means you can see the circles on the body surface. Earthworms. Best example is earthworms. So the body surface consists of circular structures. They are called as segments. They are called as segmentation of the body. So the grade of organization of the organism is they are having organ systems. They are having organs and the organ systems. And the body is bilaterally symmetry, which means it can be divided into two equal halves and the organs also equally will be shared. And these are triploblastic animals. That means the body is covered by 3 layers of membrane. So you can see outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, inner endoderm. So these are called as triploblastic animals if the body is covered 3 layers. And these are coelomates. That means they have the body cavity. So you can see here the body cavity in the picture. So coelom, the part which you find the coelom is called as a body cavity. So it has a true body cavity. And the habitat and the habit. Terrestrial lives on the land. They lives in the fresh water and also marine water. Marine means oceans and the seas. They are free living. They lives in as individuals and are also parasites. What is meant by parasite? They lives in the host and cause harm to the host. Next, the digestive system. We can find the complete digestive system. You can find here children the complete digestive system. So the complete digestive system means the digestive system which has from the mouth to the anus. We can find mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach. Crop is nothing but stomach, gizzard. Crop means where the food is stored. That is called as a crop. The next part is gizzard, intestine. So, and the anus. So, the digestive system starts from the mouth and ends with the anus. So, it is having complete digestive system. So, what about the respiration? They respire through the cutaneous respiration. What is meant by cutaneous respiration? Cutaneous means skin. If the respiration takes place through the skin is called as cutaneous respiration. See here in the picture you can identify. Some have the branchial respiration. What is meant by branchial respiration? Gills, the parts of the gills. In the picture you can see oxygen is taking through the skin and carbon dioxide is releasing out in the earthworms. Even here you see they have the gills. They are the respiratory organs. They respire through the gills. So they show the branchial respiration as well as the cutaneous respiration. Coming to the circulatory system, we can find the closed type of circulatory system. What is meant by closed type of circulation? Closed type of circulatory system means if the blood travels through the blood vessels is called as a closed type of a circulatory system. We can find clear blood vessels in this organism. So the blood passes through the blood vessels. And coming to the reproduction, we can see here sexual reproduction. And earthworms and leeches are monoecious. And Nereis is a dioecious. So coming to the Nereis, and the development is indirect. So here the leeches are earthworms and the leeches are monoecious and the Nereis are the dioecious organisms. And the unique feature is true segmentation. You can see the segmentation, the lines, appendages you can find. No, that lines are called as the segmentation. True segmentation we can find. The unique feature is longitudinal and circular muscles help in the locomotion. The longitudinal and circular muscles, they help in the locomotion of the organism. In the picture with the green color, it is dark, no? So they are the circular muscles and the longitudinal muscles. They'll show alternate contraction and relaxation. Due to that, they facilitate the movement. So they show the locomotion. Locomotion means movement from one place to another. The parts which help for the locomotion are called as locomotory organs. The another unique feature is excretion by the nephridia. Here in the picture you can see the part of a nephridia. They excrete the waste out of the body by the special organs that are called as a nephridia. So the excretion is by the nephridia. So here we can see a paired ganglia connected by the lateral nerves to the double ventral nerve cord. That means here ganglia are the nervous system. They are related to the nervous system. They have a nervous system. They consist of a pair of ganglia connected by the lateral nerves to double ventral nerve cord. In the picture you can find it clearly. You can see some examples here. Earthworm, leech and a nereis. The side Perithema, Hyrodaria and sandworm. These are the scientific names of such organisms. Okay children. So collective explanation, the organization is they have the organ systems. That means they have organs. Cell, tissue, organ systems, and they are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic and the coelomates. The leaves terrestrial, freshwater or marine water, free living and a parasite. The digestive system is complete, cutaneous respiration and branchial respiration, closed type of circulatory system, and we can find sexual reproduction in earthworms and the leeches. And the leeches are the earthworms and the leeches are monoecious and the nereis is the dioecious. The development will be indirect. And the unique features are true segmentation and the longitudinal and circular muscles help in the locomotion. And locomotory organs are setae and are parapodia, excretion by the nephridia, and they have a paired ganglia, lateral nerves and the double ventral nerve cord. Examples: Perithema, Hyrodaria and nereis. So next phylum is Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum. Arthro means jointed, poda means legs. So all the insects are included in this phylum Arthropoda. Nearly 2 lakhs of varieties we used to find in the insects. That's why the Arthropoda is called as the largest phylum. And also here we can find the body is divided into 3 parts: head, abdomen and thorax. 3 parts the body will be divided. In this organism we can find organ systems. That means we can find cell, tissue, organ and organ systems also we can find in the insects. And the organism is bilaterally symmetry, which is equally divided into equal halves and equal sharing of the organism. And they are the triploblastic animals which have outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. So if the body is covered by the 3 layers of the membrane, germinal membrane or the germinal layers is called as a triploblastic animals. And these are true coelom, true body cavity you can find. So ectoderm, mesentery, endoderm and the coelom. You can find the cavity, empty space. The white color part is called as a coelom. So we can find the true body cavity in these arthropods. And the habit and habitat. So cosmopolitan, that means found all over the world. They doesn't have a particular, wherever we can find all the ways, in the air, in the land, in the water, wherever we can see, we all find all over the world. So they are called as cosmopolitans. So they have the digestive system, complete digestive system. As I said, they have the mouth to anus, all the parts. They have the abdomen, thorax. See, I said no, body is divided into abdomen, thorax and the head, 3 parts. So and also they have complete digestive system. The digestive system which consists of mouth to anus. So they have a complete digestive system. Coming to the respiratory organs. The respiratory organs are gills. The gills which are like a book gills, book lungs are the book gills we used to call. They are book like a structure. The gills are in the form of a book. That's why they are called as a book gills, and they respire even through the trachea and also book lungs. They have book gills, book lungs, trachea and gills. These all are the respiratory organs in the arthropodan organs, all the insects. And the circulatory system is open type. That means blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavities. Here we cannot see any blood vessels, children. In earthworms we can see the blood vessels. Here we cannot see. So the oxygen diffuses into the tissues. So the blood enters into the tissues and it captures by the tissues. In the tissues only it will be oxygenated and pumped to all parts of the body. Energy will be supplied. So as there is no blood vessels, the circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. And the process of reproduction. So most of the organisms are dioecious. Dioecious means which are having both male and female organisms. And usually internal fertilization. Fertilization takes place inside the body. And most organisms are oviparous. Oviparous means organisms which lay the eggs. Which lay the eggs are called as the oviparous. So most of them they lay the eggs. So they are a oviparous. And the development is direct or indirect. They can develop directly or indirect development. Coming to the unique features, special features. As I said you that they have the jointed appendages. That means jointed legs they have. Body has three regions, that head, thorax and abdomen. See, head, thorax, blue color parts. Head, thorax and abdomen. And the body is covered by chitinous cuticle, the exoskeleton. Chitinous cuticle means it is made by the chitin and it is called as a cuticle. Chitin is nothing but it is a strong sugary substances made by the strong sugary substances that are called as cutaneous, and excretion by the Malpighian tubules. The excretory organs in the organisms are Malpighian tubules. The insects they excrete through the Malpighian tubules. Sensory organs are antennae, compound and simple eyes. We can find antennae. In the picture, you can find in the picture the parts. Okay, children. So, antennae, compound and simple eyes, statocytes and balance organs. So, these all are the unique features of this organism. You can find many examples: spider, scorpion, crab, prawns, various insects. These all are different types of the insects. You can find butterflies, moths, cockroaches. These all are comes under the arthropodan animals. So, economical importance of insects. You can see here. Honeybees produce a honey. Bombyx mori silk moth. So, Lacifera lacca. That means it produces lac, which is used as like a gums. So vectors are nothing but disease carriers, disease germs. The organisms which carries the disease causing germs, they are called as carriers, that are nothing but are called as vectors. Anopheles mosquito, Culex mosquito, Aedes fly, house fly, these all are vectors. And gregarious pest, they will cause different types of the pest causing germs. So wholesome concept is organ. They are divided into organ systems. Body is bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic animals, coelomate, cosmopolitan. The digestive system is complete. Respiration through the gills, book lungs, book gills and trachea. The circulatory system is open type, and reproduction mostly dioecious, usually internal fertilization. Mostly are oviparous. Development in is direct or indirect. And the unique features are jointed appendages. Body has head, thorax and abdomen. Chitinous cuticle, Malpighian tubules, sense organs, antennae, compound and simple eyes, and the statocytes. And the examples are spider, scorpion, crab, prawn, insects. All this comes under the arthropodan organisms. And the next phylum is mollusca. The second largest phylum is mollusca. Molluscans are nothing but the body is covered by the shell. They have the smooth body. The smooth body is covered by the shell. These organs are called as molluscans. So, grade of organization, They have the organ systems and they are bilaterally symmetry. Body can be divided into two equal halves, and they are the triploblastic animals. Outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. They have the three layers of the body layers, three germinal layers we can find in these organisms. And we can find the coelom, true coelomates. True body cavity we can find in the picture. You can find the white circular part is a true coelom, true body cavity. And the living, most of them live in an aquatic, few are terrestrial. Very less we can find. Garden snails we used to find, no, they are terrestrial. And many of these organisms, they are in a aquatic, mostly they lives in the water. We can find a complete digestive system. They has two openings, mouth and anus. If they have two openings from the mouth to the anus, such organisms have the complete digestive system. They have complete digestive system. So they respire through the gills in aquatic forms. When they are in the water, they used to respire with the gills. And they have the pulmonary sacs like airbags. Pulmonary sacs means like lungs. Lung-like structures, but they are not a lungs. Pulmonary sacs, airbags. When they are on the land, they used to respire through the pulmonary sacs. So gills and the pulmonary sacs are the respiratory organs in the molluscans. And the circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. So blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavities. As I said, in the arthropods, the same circulatory system we can find. That means the oxygen diffuses into the tissues. As they doesn't have the blood, no blood vessels, you can see the circulatory system in the picture. So the transportation or the blood circulation is a open type, no blood vessels they have. And the reproduction, dioecious, sexes are separate. Dioecious means sexes are separate. Male is a male, female is a female. And oviparous, so they lay the eggs, so they are called as oviparous. And the development is indirect or a direct. The development is a direct or a indirect, we can see. And coming to the unique features, the body has head, visceral mass, visceral hump. You can see the hump like a structure, no, that is called visceral hump. In a camels we used to see the hump which store the water, no. The same here we can see the the part which is a swollen part, that is a visceral hump. And a muscular foot, they have the muscular foot, muscles as like a foot. And head has a sensory tentacles, they have the sensory tentacles. In the picture you can see the sensory tentacles. And a calcareous shell, they covered by the shells. You can see the shells are called as a calcareous shells. These cells mostly they are formed by the calcium carbonate, so they are called as a calcareous shells. And another unique features are feather-like gills. They have a feather-like gills for the respiration, and also they have the excretion. Mantillae and radula are seen. They have parts which are called mantilla and radula. What is meant by mantillae? Mantillae is nothing but the membrane which covers visceral mass space between the hump and the mantle is called as a mantle cavity. And what is a radula? It is a file-like a rasping organ present in the mouth of a mollusk. It is used for the feeding, which is helpful for the feeding. They helps to take the food, that are called as a radula. So you can see the structure of visceral mass, different parts. Clearly you can find here all the different parts. Digestive system, that gonads are present, heart is present, true body cavity is there. Nephridium, it is a excretory organ. It is covered by the shell, that are called calcareous shells. They have a gill, they have a mantle. So these all are different parts present in the mollusca. Okay, now let us see that examples. Pila, pearl oyster, cuttlefish, loligo, squids, octopus, sea hare, tusk shell, chiton. These all are some of the examples of these molluscan organisms. So wholesome concept is the organs, the grade of organization. They have organ systems, they are bilaterally symmetry, they are triploblastic animals, they are coelomates, they are aquatic, and few are the terrestrial. And The digestive system have a complete. They respire through the gills when there is in the water, and they have pulmonary sacs when they are on the terrestrial or on the land. So they have the open type of circulatory system that doesn't have a blood vessels. So reproduction dioecious. Male is a male, female is a female. So oviparous, they lay the eggs. Development is direct or indirect. Coming to the unique features, body has head, visceral mass, muscular foot, and head has a sensory tentacles. The feather-like gills for a respiration and excretion. Calcareous shell, mantle and radula. These are the special. And some examples like Pila, Pinectoda, Sepia, Laligo, Octopus, Aplysia. These are the some of the examples of the mollusca. So the last invertebrate is a last phylum in invertebrates is a Echinodermata. Echinos means spines. So the body is covered by the spines. That's why they are derma means skin. The skin covered by the spines. That's why they are called as echinodermates. So the organization is they have the organ systems. That means they have cell, organs, tissue, organ systems, and organism will be developed. So organization is organ systems. So here you can see an adult's radial symmetry and a larval stage, they are the bilaterally symmetry. When they are in a larval condition, they are bilaterally symmetrical. When they are well developed, radial symmetry. The body is in a circular manner, radius. So they are radially symmetry. So they are the triploblastic animals. That means 3 layers. Body is covered by the 3 layers that are outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. 3 layers of the body is covered by the 3 layers of the skin, and they are true coelomates. That means we can find a true body cavity and habit and habitat exclusively marine. Mostly these are found in the marines, oceans and the seas, saltwater regions. So they have complete digestive system. That means from the mouth to the anus, digestive parts will be present. So ventral mouth and dorsal anus. So the starting part, the front view is called as a ventral. The starting I said no. The front view is called as ventral and the back view is called as dorsal part. So ventral side we can find the mouth and the dorsal we can find the anus. And next one is the respiratory system. Dermal branchias, that means the skin gills. Throughout the skin they have the gills or the papillae. And they have the tube feet. You can find that. Papillae, gills you can find in the picture, and papillae also you can find in the picture. So these are the respiratory organs. And the circulatory system is open type. That means no blood vessels, oxygen accumulated in the tissues. The blood reaches to the tissues and it gets into oxidation. Dioecious means male is a male, female is a female. And external fertilization. So they lay the eggs in the water. Males release the sperms in the water. The females lays the eggs in the water. The sperms will be fuses with the egg. So in the water. So the fertilization takes place outside the body is called as external fertilization. And the development is indirect and a ciliated free swimming larva. So the body consists of a cilia. So they are ciliated and free swimming in the water. Coming to the unique features, they have an endoskeleton of the calcareous spiny body. They have the calcareous ossicles. These are called as spiny bodied. And head is absent. They doesn't have any head. And a water vascular system, water transport in the form of vascular system present, and excretory system is absent. So they don't have the excretory system. Through the water vascular system only they will take in the food. Through the water vascular system only they will excrete the waste. Okay, next one is a unique feature, water vascular system. What is a umbilical system or a water vascular system? In this system, seawater enters through the porous plate called a mandriporite. and reaches the radiating canals and the tube feet podia. Tube feet are nothing but are a podia. Okay. Its functions are locomotion, respiration, capture and transport of food and excretion. So the main function of this cardiovascular system helps to move, respiration, capture, transport of food and excretion also. You can see some of the examples here. Asteris, that is a starfish, sea urchin, echinocardium, sea lily, brittle star, cucumeria or a sea cucumber. So these are the some of the examples of the echinodermata. So collective explanation of this is the grade is organs is they have the organ systems. Body is radially symmetry in an adult, and when they are in a larval stage bilaterally symmetry. They are triploblastic, they have the true body cavity and they are exclusively mirrine and a complete ventral mouth and dorsal anus. So there are dermal branchia, that means the skin gills or the pampulae, and they have the tube feet. Reducer and open type of circulatory system. Circulatory system is reduced, they have the open type of circulatory. They are the reproduction is they are the dioecious. Male is a male, female is a female. We can find the external fertilization. Development is indirect and they are ciliated, free swimming in the larva. Coming to the unique features, body is covered with the spines. Head is absent and calcareous endoskeleton. Water vascular system, excretory system is absent. So they have the water vascular system and excretory system is absent. So Asteria, Echinus, Echinocardium, Antedon, Cucumeria, Ophidius. So these are the some of the examples. So wholesome together, by this session we completed all phylums of invertebrata. In coming next session we will start the vertebrates. Let us discuss about the vertebrates in the coming session. Hope you understood well. We will have a little activity, a small activity, that collect the information about pearl culture. What is a pearl culture? When we discuss about the molluscans, that is nothing but phylas, snails, we discuss about the snails here. No? So here we find the different kinds of the snails. So here you can see that pearl oyster, Pinictoda. So these pearl oysters, they used to secrete the pearls. Let me explain how the pearl they culture. They culture the pearls artificially. Generally, when any foreign particle enters into the oysters, that shell is called oyster, it gets irritation. The organism gets the irritation and it chooses to start the secretion of calcium carbonate to protect throughout its body, around its body. So due to the irritation, the calcium carbonate will be secreted around the body. So it develops in the form of a pearl. So they will collect the pearls. So the people, those who culture these pearls, what they used to do? They used to collect the seashells, pearl oysters, and they inject the sand particles into its body. When they enter, they release a sand particle in its body, the organism starts to make itself irritated. So it comes into irritate itself and it starts to secrete calcium carbonate and it turns over into a pearl. Okay, so you have to clearly collect the information how the pearl culture will be done. Okay children, hope you understood well. See you in the next session. Thank you children.